Melon, meloncollieflaurです。Hello everyone, I am meloncollieflaur. And you know what today is? It's Watermelon Wednesday. SUIKA水曜日だよ. We've made it to the middle of the week once again. Just a few more days into the weekend. So whatever project you're working on, or however much hard you're working, please continue to do your best, but don't overdo it. You got this. I believe in you. おはようございます。こんにちは。こんばんは。私はメロンコリフラワーです。今日の配信はスイカゲームだよ。さあ、行きましょうメロン。スイカゲームプラネット。Okay. Let's see. It's been a while. But I hope everyone is doing well. Alright. Suika Game Planet is definitely a little bit more challenging in some ways, but also a little bit easier in others. It's harder to get a higher score though, or so it feels like. Okay. Oh, okay. So that's how the gravity works there. Wow. Oh. Okay. Okay. Beach. Alright. Okay, so then... Nice! Pineapple. Oh. Nice. Okay. Cherry. Grape. Cherry. Ah. Super evolution. Okay. I think you have to be fast with these. I'm not sure. Wow, they're so cute. Oh, nice. Oh. Oh no. Okay. That wasn't too bad. Okay. Nice. So how do I make this work? I was never the best at geometry. Okay, that worked pretty well. Okay. Nice. Okay. So now I can make this an apple. Okay. And then right here. All right. Very nice. And then put you here. That's not bad, I guess. Okay. Nice. And then decoupon here. Strawberry. Persimmon. Okay. Where do I put you? Here? Oh, see, that was pretty fast. Okay. Nice. Oh. Nice. And then grape and cherry. Oh, this is really bad. All the fruit is big. and now I have no space. No space in space. Why? Okay. Oh. Okay. No. Oh well. Oh. Okay, well now it's the pineapple. Wow, melon. That's fine. At least we got a melon right before the end. Is that the end? I want more. 1809. 1809. Nice. That's a good start. Okay. Let's see. Oh. Spin. I like this a lot. This is really nice and really cute. It can be very addicting still. I think it's really interesting that they made SUIKA Game Planet. I call that capitalizing on the success of the first game. Which is very interesting because the first game wasn't all that popular for a bit until VTubers played it. I love the history of how this game got popular. Or how SUIKA Game Original got popular, because it was a JP only game that was on the Switch, a Japanese only game. And I guess a lot of different VTubers from the Japanese side, maybe mostly Hololive, I'm not sure, and Niji Sanji as well, I think. And then some indies, they played it, and then it made other people want to play too, but it was only in Japanese at the time. But enough people wanted it, I think, to where they decided to actually translate the game. So it was on the English shop and other shops as well. And I thought that was really cool, but that happened 2 years after SUIKA Game even came out. I love telling this story just because it goes to show that you can still become famous like 2 years after releasing something. And so that's really cool. Super Evolution. Super Evolution. Okay. Ah. ちょっと待ってメロン。 Come in the side melon. Okay. I had to take a call, which is pretty rare. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Wow. Ooh. Ah, nice. Okay. Alright, so strawberry. Boink. I guess. And then grape. Cherry. Oh. Cherry over here. Persimmon. Okay. And then put a cherry here. Nice. Persimmon here. Oh. Oh no. Okay, there we go. Melon. Okay. Ba 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 ba. Grape. Cherry, strawberry. Nice. Oh. Good evening, Melon. Hello, Bob. Come, Melon. How are you? Ah. Nice. Super evolution. Let's see. Oh, it's so cute. Doing well. I'm excited for a convention that's a few days away. Ooh, nice. I hope everything is successful. Heck yeah. Oh. Oh no, the melon's going to drop out. No. Oh, safe somehow. For a little. But only a little. Close calls. I don't know how this works, but I guess it works. Okay. Well, this is a higher score than before, so I'm happy. Oh. Oh, nice. Okay. SUIKA! Nice! Okay. Very, very nice. Yatta. Okay. SUIKA! Cherry. Oh. So it's going to keep pushing down, but I don't know how to change that. Okay, that's pretty good then. Okay, strawberry, cherry. Very nice. I think I'm getting the hang of it, kind of. Ah! Super Evolution. Again. Oh. I don't know where to put you. Nice. Uh-oh. SUIKA. Wow. 27, 22 is not bad though, but I think I'll get more points. Yeah, 55, okay. 2777. Amazing, are you a genius? Sugoi. Tensai janai? Something like that. 2777. Alright, let's see. Ooh. Alright then. Nice. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Nice. I do like having this ooh. Nice. That was very clean actually. Strawberry, cherry, decapon. Nice. Okay. Strawberry. Very nice. You got anything planned sometime soon or something you want to share? Let me see. I don't really have anything planned per se. Well, I guess I would like to play the new Yoshi game when it comes out. I think that comes out soon, right? I was very curious about it. Oh. But other than that, I'm not entirely sure. Oh. Okay. Nice. The game seems fun. Yoshi games in general are nice and cozy. Yeah, right? It's been a while since I've played a Yoshi game. Because I never played Crafted World. But I heard it's really good. Okay. Okay. Okay, very nice. Did you ever play Yoshi's Island? I played Yoshi's Island when I was younger. I played, I grew up mostly with the Game Boy Advance version, but I did play the Super Nintendo version. When I was younger, maybe once or twice. When a friend had it. Very, very nice game. Very nice visuals. The art style is amazing, actually. Oh no. No, I made a mistake. Okay. Okay. I've tried Yoshi's Island DS before as well. I didn't get very far, but I did like it. Oh. One thing I like about the GBA version is that they made the timer much more lenient when Baby Mario is in the bubble. Really? I didn't know that actually. So Melon. It's been a while since I played. But that does make sense, since the GBA is has less computing power, I think. Oh. Okay, cherry. In the Super Nintendo, the timer is fast, but in Game Boy Advance it's slower and gives players time to grab the crying baby. Ah, okay. Okay. Yeah, that does make sense. And of course, the Game Boy Advance version also has more of the Yoshi voice as well, since the Game Boy Advance games added voice lines, or voice clips rather. Yeah. Well, Running out of space. Oh no. 1437. One thing I didn't like in the GBA though is that the screen crunch is very noticeable and kind of annoying. Oh, yabai. Yabai, Melon. 1437. 多分. I didn't think about the screen crunch. Yeah. I guess at the time, I think I didn't notice at the time because I never owned the Super Nintendo version at that time. I think that was, I felt like Yoshi's Island was the rare one out of the ones that I had played, even though like Owner's cousin had a few, but like a lot of people had All Stars, but I didn't see too many people who had Yoshi's Island for Super Nintendo. So it was very nice when Nintendo decided to release the All-Stars games, or just the Super Nintendo games, I guess, on to Game Boy Advance. And then of course there's Super Mario Deluxe, which is like a precursor to the Advance series in a way, which tackled Mario 1 and 2, or Mario 1 and Lost Levels, I guess. Well, 2 in Japan. Owner sounds awesome as always. Will we ever get an Owner cameo on stream? Maybe like, I guess a picture or something, but that's really about it. I kind of also just see Owner as a manager as well, so unless I ever decide to do some sort of like funny video or something, which I haven't posted a video in a very long time because I don't know what to do. I should probably prioritize making some sort of video since I don't stream very much, or I don't stream as much as I intend to. But yeah, owner is basically the collector. Has a lot of older stuff, retro stuff. Collects retro stuff and stuff. Super Evolution. Oh. Oh. Okay. Nice. Strawberry. Oh. Okay. Oh. This kind of works. Ooh. Nice. And pick up on. Okay. Ooh, nice. Peach. Come on. You're so close though. There we go. Melon. Okay. Cherry, strawberry. Melon. Oh. Oh. Cherry. Okay. Have you ever played the OG or new Pokemon Snap? That's a good question, actually. I never played the new one. I don't have the new one. And actually, I feel like I've played the original before, but I don't remember. Because I never owned it or played it, or I don't remember if I played it. I think at the time, whenever Pokemon Snap N64 was around, I think I was more into Pokemon Stadium itself, which had it where you could technically take pictures of the Pokemon too. But I'd never played it, I don't think. It is very interesting, and I thought it was really cool that they decided to make a new Pokemon Snap. Like, it looks really good. It looks really good. I should probably look for more streams on that and see how people react, because it seems like a really nice and chill game too. I never did get into photography ever. But yeah. Have you played a lot of it, Bum? I don't even know how far the gens go for New Snap. But yeah, I really do like the polish on it. It looks really good. Strawberry. I love playing the OG Pokemon Snap. I replay it from time to time. I haven't beaten the new Snap, but I definitely own it. Okay. Does OG Pokemon Snap only do Gen 1, or is it Gen 1 and 2? That I don't remember. Because maybe it came out before Pokemon Stadium 2. No. Okay. There we go. Okay. I think it's only Gen 1 and it's only 61. Oh, it's only 61 Pokemon. Okay. Interesting. Huh. Ooh. Double Melon. This is a scary situation. Okay. Grape. Nice. And then strawberry. So many fruit. Oh. This is such a VTuber song. Such a very like VTuber oriented song. Ah. Ooh. A song for you. I guess so. That's true. It's probably also because since SUIKA game got popular by VTubers, I guess it was only fitting. Well, I am stuck now, so... High points though. 28-31. So that's better than last time then, interestingly enough. Yeah, 28-31. 2800 31. I wonder if they'll expand on anything with this game. What? Speaking of speaking of Pokemon, I guess I never really asked, but do you have a favorite Pokemon gen? Maybe I don't remember. And is that Pokemon gen the one that you first played, I wonder? Because usually people have an attachment to the first adventure that they start. Nice. Pokemon Gen, probably Hoenn, that's my fave. I know that region like the back of my hand, but a close second is Galar. Okay. Not bad, not bad. I need to go back and play Sword and Shield again. I always like starting like a new adventure and getting immersed in the world and stuff. I feel like that's what Pokemon is really all about. I know that a lot of people like the competitiveness and this and that, but it's really about the journey and finding the new Pokemon and getting used to how they are and stuff like that. What? Okay. Strawberry. Grape and persimmon. Cherry. Okay. And yes, Emerald was my first, so I guess you're right. Okay, yeah. That's pretty good. Emerald's a nice solid start, honestly. So heck yeah. I'm really not that big of a fan of competitive. I just like the Pokemon for their designs and the journey. Yeah, right? I think that's fine. That's the thing about Pokemon, like, it can be played basically how you feel. And you can approach it the way that you want to, usually. So it's always nice to like find someone, like whenever they like stream it, it's nice to see like when they go through for the first time, seeing the designs for the first time and stuff like that, and going to each town, patch of grass, desert, all that type of stuff. But Melon. Whoa. Okay. But yeah, I was always more of a Pokemon Pokemon Melon than like Digimon or also Fighters or anything like that. Not exactly sure why, honestly. It's nice, but I feel like nowadays most people won't watch unless it's a Nuzlocke or some hard imposed rule set. I've noticed that too. And it makes me really sad, one could say melancholic in fact. But that is really sad, honestly. Whenever I do see like a video that says first time playing Pokemon, it is really nice to see it. And I always hope that people don't be too backseaty and just enjoy the ride. Sometimes it can't be helped. And a lot of times you don't want to be mean to people who comment, but for some reason I've learned recently that a lot of times if people are familiar with a game, they can't help but backseat or spoil. Which leads me to believe that they've never gone to the movies before. And they haven't learned that etiquette, which is really sad. Because you're there to watch them play the game. You're not there to like really coach them per se, unless they ask for help if they get stuck on something. 1471. But I do agree with you, Bob. It does feel like the only time people are interested in watching Pokemon is if it's a hardcore Nuzlocke or something, and it's really sad. But maybe that's also because people are so familiar with Pokemon and have like played vanilla for so long that they feel like that would be intense and stuff like that. Plus you do spend more time with the Pokemon. But I do feel like a Nuzlocke does get in the way with, like, as gens go on, it just becomes really scary. Like, I think the main reason is because a lot of people thought that Pokemon was too easy. But in all honesty, I feel like any Pokemon game would be too easy if you just steamrolled the game with your starter. And you don't give any experience to the others. A lot of people tend to say, I steamrolled Gen 1 with Charmander, or I steamrolled Gen 2 with Feraligatr, or I steamrolled Gen 3 with what's the name? Mudkip. What's Mudkip's name? Swampert. And stuff like that. And then when like Pokemon Let's Go came out, they're like, oh well, Let's Go's too easy. The starter's overpowered. But then if you think it's too easy, you don't have to use your starter. Just like in any other Pokemon game, you don't have to use your starter if you feel like you really need or want a challenge. So that's always been weird to me. I've always liked picking up a new gen and going, oh hey, I wonder what this Pokemon evolves into, and when does it evolve? What does it get? What's new? And stuff like that. That was always exciting to me. Sometimes not knowing if a Pokemon had an evolution or if it had an interesting way to evolve. See, you get it. Yeah, I'm a veteran to Pokemon. That's why it makes me sad, because it wasn't always like this. It's always weird seeing something that you grew up with, or a series that you grew up with. Ah. Okay. Phone was buzzing. I ended up getting a spam call. Okay. Not everything has to be hardcore. I don't think Pokemon was meant to be hardcore. So I don't understand. If you want to play something hardcore, just play a hardcore game. You don't have to make the game hardcore. The humble vibrating desk. Yeah, that's exactly what you heard, yeah. I need to find a better place to put that then. Because yeah, I do have it like on the desk. I tend to keep the phone on vibrate most of the time. Like 24/7. Super evolution. But yeah, people tend to reinvent Pokemon, or it's like, what if Pokemon was edgy? What if Pokemon was darker? What if Pokemon was how I liked it, or how I like it? What if Pokemon was not inconvenient or something? What if it had this type of experience, or what's it called? Experience share or whatever. What if it was Pokemon but without the grinding? And it's like, you are missing the point of the game, I think. And it makes me really sad. There's so many modifications to Pokemon that it feels like, it's like, oh, it's such a slog to play. And it's like, well then, don't play though. Then if you don't like it, you don't like it. It's like, for example, with you, Bob, when you said you were trying to like Sun and Moon, or Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, I'm not sure. And I was like, don't force yourself to like it. Like, there are good in aspects to every game, but if you don't like it, there's not much you can do. And I don't think forcing yourself to like it is really going to help you. You may have thought that maybe you should give it another chance because maybe you had Pokemon fatigue at the time that it came out, but yeah. Have a love-hate relationship with that game? Yeah, see? That's what I mean. And I feel like no matter what at this point, and you can quote me on this, I feel like no matter what at this point, when it comes to Pokemon, you're not going to please everyone. And it's not like a nostalgic, oh, people only like Gen 1, or people only like Gen 3 or Gen 5, or and if you like Gen 5 then you don't like Gen 1, and if you like Gen 1 you don't like Gen 5 and stuff like that. I feel like no matter what, whenever, like for example, when Winds and Waves come out, a lot of people are going to hate it. A lot of people are going to like it. A lot of people don't like new things, but a lot of people also just get really angry in general when a new Pokemon game comes out. Even though it looks really good, people are going to complain about their, like, the starter that they pick and how it evolves and how they're not gonna like it when it evolves. And for the one that gets picked the least, they're going to be, I regret not picking this one. It's just that this one was ugly at first, or something like that. Because that's how it was with Oshawott and Popplio. And I think they're pretty solid. And Froakie as well. A lot of people didn't pick Froakie at first. A lot of the water types. And then the whole like, cat on 4 legs to cat on 2 legs and all that type of stuff. Like, there's so much fatigue from everyone. And everyone's always like making a big deal about aspects and stuff like that. It's like, I don't understand. I don't get it. I never understood that. So I always just took Pokemon at face value. And I was like, oh, okay, so this is how this works. Or, oh, it devolves into this. That's really cool. Does it get anything new? Any new specials or new skills or new ability or anything like that? Is it faster? Is it slower? Is it heavier? Is it stronger? Stuff like that. Yeah, the self-fulfilling prophecy of hating the new Pokemon game frame 1. Take their feet down. I don't get it. Like I said. No one really talks about Skeledirge. Because... I don't know why I put that there. What is the name? It's funny, I can think of like the Japanese name of this Pokemon before I can think of the English name. Fuecoco. Fuecoco is on 2 legs at first and then gets on 4 legs, and no one talks about that. Oshawott is the same way technically, I guess. I picked the Ghost Croc. He's awesome. Everyone called him Danny DeVito. Does he look like Danny DeVito? I never thought that. Huh. I like them actually. Very, very cool Pokemon. I like the cry, I like the look. It's a very clever, like, design. Skeletor's apparently looks like him. I did not know that. Interesting. Maybe I should look that up at some point then. But yeah. I do think it's fatigue though. It's like if something happens multiple times and people don't like it. Like the whole firefighting thing. Or the two-legged cat thing or whatever. I don't know, bipedal cat thing. Like it's always like it's either we're tired of the same thing or we don't want anything new. That's what I've seen. I've seen that. And every time a new game comes out, this is something I've noticed too. Every time a new Pokemon gen comes out, someone demakes it. Every single time. Whether it's a Gen 1 demake, a Gen 2 demake, or a Gen 3 demake. Or, yeah. Everyone does that. Or not everyone, but that always happens. They take a gen and then they put it as like, what if it were on Game Boy Advance? And it's like, I guess we're stuck on Game Boy Advance now. I don't know. I don't know what's happening anymore. It's funny how Pokemon in the games can evolve, but people can't. I don't know. If you like the aspect of Pokemon, then the gen shouldn't matter. If you like the gameplay, it shouldn't matter. Story is going to be different always. So if you didn't like the story of one, then you know, that's fine. And understandable. Melon's writing is this fire? Writing? I'm just being honest. My whole thing is that I'm supposed to observe behavior. And it's just very, very interesting to see. And of course there's Kanto fatigue as well. Since you have Gen 1, you have Kanto in Gen 2, you've had Kanto for Gen 3, you've had Let's Go. Like a lot of people are, I guess, fatigued of Kanto. And a lot of people say that it's mostly because, oh, well, nostalgia. But the whole reason why Fire Red and Leaf Green was even made for the anniversary at the time that it came out was because they wanted some sort of familiarity and nostalgia as well, but also making it different. I think the interviewers or whoever, not interviewers, what's the word? I think the developers said that they don't see Fire and Leaf Green as a Gen 1 remake because it's so different. It's just that they set it in Kanto. Even though the writing is still like the same for the most part. But the mechanics and gameplay are different. But either way, it's still a Gen 3 Pokemon experience, I suppose. And stuff like that. I think they also just made it because if people are trying to complete the Pokédex or the National Dex or have a living Dex, you kind of needed Fire Red and Leaf Green to happen. And then of course you needed XD or Colosseum for Gen 2 Pokemon. Because I think initially Gen 3 was going to just be its own thing. They were just going to remake a gen and it just be Gen 3 Pokemon. Kind of like how with Diamond and Pearl, you only saw Gen 4 Pokemon. And that was like, I thought that was a nice immersive experience. getting used to those new Pokemon and stuff like that. I thought it was really nice. So, but I think it's also possible that you can grow too old for Pokemon, because and it's kind of a kid's game. But then as the people who grew up with Pokemon grow up, they say Pokemon has changed, which it has, or that Pokemon is for kids, which it always has been, until you look at Pokemon Dex entries, I guess. But I mean, Kirby is more of a kids game too, but it has dark themes. It has a dark story. So most of the time, I never know when the people complain about Pokemon. I never know what they actually want, other than I want a Gen 2 remake, or I want a Gen 3 remake, I want a Gen 5 remake. It's valid, even though we already have a Gen 2 remake. But some people want that again. But that's confusing to me as well, because people say, oh, I'm tired of them remaking the same game over and over, or I'm tired of remakes. But then people say, I want a remake of this game. So you never win. I'm very confused, actually, about that. I don't understand. I don't know, like, what people are looking for. I mean, I love Kirby games. They're really fun. Like, they're meant to be not super challenging until, like, you get to some bosses and stuff. I'll do one more. So yeah, I don't get it. That's something I never really understood. Pokemon is supposed to be fun and stuff. If it's not fun for you, then you don't have to play it. But people instead go, I'll modify it to make it where it's fun, instead of just leaving it be. We do live in an era now where if a game does exist, it must be modded. Absolutely. It has to be modded. Playing a game vanilla is like very boring and bland. Even though a lot of people like vanilla ice cream, funnily enough, more than a lot of other flavors. But people love mods. And I think one of the reasons why people, there are many reasons for this, but one of the reasons why a lot of people don't like Nintendo is because it's like Nintendo doesn't release their games on other like things. Like, you're not gonna find Nintendo games on Steam or anything like that. And you're not going to be able to apply mods legally and stuff like that, because people want mods on everything. I know fun things can come from mods. I do understand that. But not everything has to be modded. Take the games at face value. If you enjoyed it, great. If it has DLC, get it. If not, don't. It's very easy. It's an easy thought process to have. I don't like this. Don't get it. But I want it. That's not... So then get it. But I don't want to support. Then don't get it. But I want it. Then get it. Do you understand? This is the mindset that a lot of people have, I think. And it's like, if you are an adult, you have the choice to make this decision. So be the adult and make the decision. It's a video game. At the end of the day, it's a video game. It's a video game that you don't have to buy. Right? It's a game. I don't get it. Oh, hey, I got a sticker. Each 100 times. I have a friend in Cali that asked me for my opinion on buying one of two things. When I gave him my opinion, he ignored my answer and got the other one. See? Like, what's the point in asking someone for their opinion if you're just going to go against it? Unless you're just curious of the opinion, I guess. I don't understand. But it's very easy to go, like, I don't know if I should get this. Don't buy it. But I want it. Then buy it. It is your money. You are using your money to get this. I know it's hard for people to get excited for new games a lot. Or get excited for a series because the series tends to change a bit. But you can't make everyone happy. That's what I've learned. You can be a diehard fan of something, but then you will end up being mean about it. Don't be mean about it. If you don't like something, then you just don't like it. If you like something, then you like it. Like, don't kick down the kid's sandcastle. I don't know. You can call it a hot take, a base take. You can call it any type of take. Take the take to the bank. I'm not sure. I don't know. But like, that's what I've observed so far. That's what I've noticed so far. People are very loud about negativity. And if someone talks positively about games, a lot of people will bombard the positivity with a lot of negativity. That's, like I said, that's something that I've learned. It's upsetting. Makes me sad. But this is the internet society that we live in. And I'm not a fan of that, honestly. And usually the negative stuff is what gets more attention. Exactly. Negative attention and rumors. Like thumbnails that say, Nintendo finally did it. When in reality, it's just someone talking about rumors or what could happen. I've seen a lot of those and they make me sad. Because there's no confirmation on anything. They just got an attention grabber at you, thinking that it's official news, when in reality, it's not. It's a gotcha moment, and it's really sad. I know that as content creators, we want people to look at our stuff. And we want attention grabbing, and we want numbers and all that type of stuff. But I really don't think that's a good way to do that. But I can't really say much on that because I'm very small. Source, I made it up. I heard Melon. Like, yeah, I don't know. I wish people could just be more civil about opinions. You don't have to be mean about things. You can actually discuss things without it turning into personal attacks and fistfights. I genuinely believe that. I genuinely believe that. Because nothing is perfect and no one is perfect. But I do genuinely believe that. Oh. Well, that's scary. Okay. But yeah, I guess since Pokemon is such a big franchise, it's very easy for it to be like, you know, like Pokemon is a huge franchise, Smash Brothers is a huge franchise, Super Mario in general is a huge franchise. So with it being so popular, there's going to be a lot of positivity and negativity at the same time. And people clinging to like older stuff and nostalgia and only trying like those and not trying the newer stuff or whatever. Like, just think about the first time you played a game. Think about the first time you were in that, like, that you were introduced to that franchise. you probably didn't play the first game in the series because you probably didn't know. Especially if it was internationally done, and it was probably like the 4th in the series, the 5th in the series, the 2nd in the series, just because. So like, or in fact, just do research. I'd say do research on like the series, because like Starfy is one that comes to my mind, since only one of them was localized internationally. Out of 5 games. But yeah, final score 1532. Hey, thanks. All right. It's very cute. But I guess this has been Melon's takes on video game opinions while playing Suika Game Planet. I don't know. I do like talking about like the observations that I have, or that I've found, I guess, things that I've observed. I just would like for people to be more civil about things. Life is too short to fight people on game opinions. Game experience is going to be different from person to person. So like, if someone says, oh, I didn't really like this game, and someone else says, I really like this game, I don't think you two should fight about it. If you liked it or disliked it, then you liked it or disliked it, and you leave it at that. You can list what you didn't like, you can list what you did like, but I don't think you should fight like each other for it, or anything like that. If someone's favorite gen is 5, let them have it. If their favorite gen is 1, let them have it. 1, 3, 5, 2, it doesn't matter. If that's their favorite gen, let them have it when it comes to Pokemon. Favorite Fire Emblem game, favorite Paper Mario game, favorite Mario game, let them have it. Like, that's my take on that. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I love Shield, and no one can take that opinion. There's nothing wrong with that. If you love Shield, then you love Shield. Like, you have an attachment to it. You enjoyed the experience. You like it. No one can take that from you. That's fine. That's great. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. So, because sometimes, I guess I'll end on this. Sometimes I feel like it's not even the game anymore. I think people get stuck on like mechanics and graphics specifically. Or I guess not graphics per se, but like style, I guess. If a game basically isn't close to 4K, then people think it looks bad. Which is pretty sad, because a lot of games didn't have that. But then again, limitations to the system and all that. That's why a lot of games exist the way that they do back in the day, from the NES all the way up. Pushing the limitations of the system, or working with the limitations of the system and all that. Some games didn't have stories. Some games were just the game. You just like played through it. Jumped, like playing Mario 1. You just went from World 1-1 to World 8-4. It was just a platforming game. The story was subtle, I guess, or you could just paint the picture yourself. You just had Vicky Mario, but your princess is in another castle, or you know, the kingdom is saved or whatever when you get to the end and all that type of stuff. And that's really all the text you have in in Mario 1. Still talking about Pokemon. So sometimes you just grow up with a game, and if it's something you played a lot and you enjoyed, you have that attachment. And whatnot. But I could go on and on and on about stuff like that, because it's really fun and very interesting to see and notice. But mite kurete arigato, kite kurete arigato. Thank you for watching, and thank you for listening. I really appreciate everyone stopping by and whatnot. If you enjoyed the video at all, or anything that I had to say, please like, comment, subscribe. and hit the notification bell because you never really know when I go live. Because a lot of times I don't even really know when I will go live. But this was a very fun session. Absolutely. But yeah, video game talk. I think I'm pretty okay at doing that, or just talking about what I've learned. But yeah, I'm meloncollieflaur, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye. Oh, it's Melon. Bye bye.